My name is Musa Junior Jita, a director at Blue Wheels Interconnect Solutions Limited, a car hauling company. We usually haul cars from Mombasa to different parts of East Africa. Countries like Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan. Yeah, those are the countries that we import to. Most of the vehicles that we transport, the biggest market is Japan. Whereas there are some other countries where cars are imported from. We usually transport 5 units per carrier. That is the least. But we have carriers that carry 6, 7, 8 units at once. The challenges we usually face at the border, there is usually much traffic at the border. What I mean by traffic, you may find cars making a very long queue of close to 25 kilometers before you reach customs. And since you are heavily loaded, you must follow the queue. Customs procedures have not changed so much. Just that much has been improved. Much has been improved. Back in the days, it could take a given time, like a number of days, 1-2 days to get cleared from the customs. Apparently, it usually takes us just hours. When you happen to get to the customs, it takes us hours, 2 hours. So I credit the government for that. The major incidents that I've ever experienced on the road, the riots. Kenyan people, they usually stage up riots, depending on whatever issue arises. Because during a riot, you expect so many things. Cars are burnt. I've ever seen a car being burnt to ashes. I've ever seen rioters throwing stones, throwing fire to cars that are being transported. But the good thing with Kenyans, they usually notify before they riot. They do not just wake up one day and say we are going to begin rioting. They usually notify. So it gives us time to prepare ourselves. So what you have to do, you have to park at a safer place. And safer place in such circumstances are police stations. When you park at the police station, you are really in need of a hurry, you can hire the 2 police vehicles to accompany you throughout the process, the transit process, so that you can, exceed these riot areas. Well, the safety measures we follow while transporting our clients' units or client vehicles. First, we have to put in place that we have all the equipments that are required. The other thing that we usually do, we hire experienced people. People we are using, like the drivers, majorly the drivers. We are using people that have experience of 20 years and plus. So we expect them to know how to handle. Once these units or cars are being loaded, we usually put on record. We record each and everything. Before a car is being loaded, we take pics and videos of it. And while loading the car, we also share the same video, so that we share with the client. He gets to know what is really happening in the field. How we handle vehicle damage claims. We have a carrier's liability insurance. These cars are insured during the transportation process. The most memorable vehicle I transported was a Lamborghini Urus. I personally had never seen a Lamborghini Urus with my naked eyes. But here came City Tycoon, gave us the job of transporting his Lamborghini Urus, and we did the job very well. I could be in position to change anything in this industry. What I could change, if I had the authority to regulate the fuel prices, that would be best. Because majorly when you look at what hypes the prices of car carrier people, is usually fuel. The higher the diesel, the higher the the higher the commodities that people are using. Not only in car carrier transportation business, the biggest challenge in the car carrier business is pressure. You must be able to contain that high pressure. You must be able to contain that high pressure. How and when are you supposed to reply to a client, and this client, however much is pissed, cause they get pissed. You promise 72 hours. You may go beyond 72 hours. The client gets pissed. So you need to know how to handle this client. They even go an extra mile of taking you to the police, just that because you said maybe you promised 72 hours and now you're going into more than 72 hours. Someone who he gives you a notice, a court notice, intention to sue. You get. So we deal with you just have to know which kind of person am I dealing with. His all her hunger, temper issues. You must know the client is. Because we all grew up from different communities. The way you handle pressure, it is not the way I handle pressure. The way you handle your hunger, it is not the way I handle my hunger.